free to send the hard questions to him here. We do have a procedure for doing this where we scan QR codes once you know the answer to a question, and I'll let Bill talk a little bit more about that. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Time for Interesting Trivia. So a couple of the rules that we can just go through real quick, if it will let me. There we go. Because this is a lot more fun being all together, you're more than welcome to do it on your own, but forming teams of up to 4 participants would be great. And for those who are doing it virtually, if you make a team virtually, feel free to make a group chat, such as on Teams, so that you can conversate. And just select a team captain because, as was mentioned, there's going to be 3 rounds of questions, and each round will be preceded by a QR code that will link to a Google form that you can submit your answers on. So as your team, make yourself a team name, and if you can just start that with the team captain's initials, just in case there are 2 teams that happen to call themselves Fluttershy, then we'll be able to tell the difference between Fluttershy Team 1 and Fluttershy Team 2. So while answering, please refrain from looking online for the answer. We're just here to have fun. And between each round, there will be a chance for you to discuss just some normal discussion while we tally up the scores for each round. If you need some ideas for a team name, feel free to take this team name generator, take a descriptor, a color, and an object. I especially like the frosty lavender ports. That might be what team name you select. We'll give you just a minute or two, and while you think of your team name and create your team, I'm going to talk a little bit about the trivia we're going to go through today. There's going to be some questions about IT and tech. There's going to be some questions about Wisconsin, because, why not? There's going to be questions about classic sci-fi and fantasy. There's going to be some lyrics of the 1980s and 1990s, with a special rule for that is, for that, you just need to name either the song or the recording artist. If you know both, that's awesome. But giving you a little bit of leeway if you're like, I know it was Ben Folds who sang that song. There you go. And then the last topic is the natural world. Does anyone have any questions before we start?
We are going to also be moderating the chat. So if there's a question that you don't know, feel free to throw it in chat, or you can send it directly to me, Sarah Negreen.
Also, feel free, because you came and participated. We have some IT trivia stickers that you can throw onto your badge to say, haha, I participated today. All right. If there's no questions and everyone's ready to begin, there's the QR code for the first round. So someone from each team, preferably the team captain, if scans that in, and you should be. When everyone has a thumbs up. All right. 3, 2, 1. First question. What is the meaning of the acronym WYSIWYG? A phrase used to indicate that the printer will print exactly what you see on the monitor. What does WYSIWYG mean? So the whole forum has for the whole round. So there will be 10 questions per round. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Oh yeah, so da 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 da. All right, question 2. Which planetary romance novel, an early influence on science fiction, was adapted into a 2012 Disney film named after the male protagonist? Which planetary romance novel? That Disney film is seen as one of the biggest box office flops in the last 20 years.
I feel like this question crosses lots of boundaries. It's science fiction, it's film, it's Disney. I mean, there's a lot to
There sure
unpack here.
is, yeah. Lots of little hints. We're having fun here. Yeah. Question 3. Which noble gas has the greatest atomic mass? Da 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 da. Ooh. All right. Question 4. Which village in southern Dane County celebrates UFO Day, a late October festival to commemorate a 1987 UFO sighting that garnered national attention? There were a couple sightings, yes.
It's again a question that crosses many boundaries.
It's true. It's also if you know what town I live in, this is this town. Oh.
If you're a bicyclist, you might have ridden by a UFO that's outside of a barn.
It's true. Mm-hmm. Question 5. This is the lyric. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. A song from 1999. By the way, all of these songs were fairly popular at the time they came out. I like the at the time qualifier. Question 6. Which Chronicles of Narnia book takes place primarily in the land of Calormen, a land to the south of Narnia? Just a hint, it might involve magic. Oh, just a joke. This is high stakes trivia. Question 7. Which African country is the largest national enclave, which is a country that is surrounded completely by the territory of a different country? An example of an enclave would be the Vatican City in Italy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Question 8. Before it was called Java, what arboreal name was the coding language known by? So before it was Java, what was it known by? Arboreal. And question 9, another song from 1983. Once I never coulda hoped to win. You're starting down the road, leaving me again. Maybe later, but that would give it away. Question 10, opening its first location in Wisconsin in 1997. What company now operates a national network of indoor water park resorts with locations in Colorado Springs, the Poconos, and more?
The Poconos?
In the Poconos, way down in Poconos. I've heard people have a howling good time here. All right, so submit your responses, and while we are here and analyzing the results, here's a discussion question for you. Create a mobile app for an 18th century pirate. What is its name and what problem are you solving? As an example, you might want to create Here Be Rum, which answers the age-old question of where's all the rum gone?
I was gonna say, you of all, everyone in this group.
Yeah, my bad.
We all do it though. Yeah, but you don't expect. My wife thinks that song.
And you never give it up.
But also.
Oh.
right. All right, is everybody ready? Did anyone create a really fun pirate app? Well, let's just hear it. Find my booty. That's pretty good.
Find my booty, that's a good one.
We had R,
Arr.
dialect translation.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Nice.
Ours is inspired by Merlin by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology.
Oh.
Marlin,
Mar.
you can scan to hear if it's a siren or an actual lady or something else on your voyages and pinpoint where you heard it.
Nice. Very good.
I love the invented responses.
All right. So let's go through those answers. WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. The planetary romance was Princess of Mars. The movie was called John Carter. That noble gas is radon. UFO Day Village is Belleville, Wisconsin. If you want to know, the big festival is on the last Saturday of October. There's even a parade. The last October. That 1999 song was All Star by Smash Mouth. The land of Calorman was A Horse and His Boy. That African enclave was Lesotho. The Java's original name was Oak. That 1983 song was I'm Still Standing from Elton John. And finally, that water park resort was Great Wolf Lodge. All right, round two, there's your QR code. Oh, yes, scores?
Come on now.
Yeah, we got to do that. All right, we have VA, Here We Grow, with 5 points. ABP, Cows and Books, 5 points. Purple Rabbit with 4 points. We Don't Know with 6 points. And Phones Home with 3. But the game is still wide open.
Do points double in round?
Unfortunately not. This is not Family Feud rules, unfortunately. All right, is everybody ready to go? All right. 3, 2. Question number 1 of round 2. Where was the first Wisconsin Alumni Association chapter founded? What city? What city? It's not Abu Dhabi. Just say that. The Antarctic Research Station. All right, question number 2. From the Greek for around, what is the term for an auxiliary device like a keyboard or printer that's attached to a computer? It's a tricky one. Question 3, a song from 1997. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain, with or without you. This one is especially hard not to do in the cadence of the song. Once again, if you know either the artist or the song itself.
I think the year is just throwing me off. I keep wanting to put it into the wrong year. And that's just not right.
Yeah.
But really, where are the big peaks in South America? That was a long time ago.
It was.
The question was, did it win a Grammy? I'm not convinced that you have the dates right, but I keep wanting to put it in the wrong sentence.
Question number 7, focusing on a group of teenagers' lives in Point Place, Wisconsin. What's the name of the Fox period sitcom that starred Ashton Kutcher and Mia Kunis?
Technically, it could be two different answers.
That's true,
Mm-hmm.
because there has been a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, an even newer one? Well, we'll say the original that started it all.
I don't think Point Place is a real place, though.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Question number 8. What?
We'll get that fixed. Do you want to use my mic instead? Is the green light on?
I will just
Uh,
talk really loud.
Look,
Is the mic thing in front of you?
Yeah,
The
but
little flat one?
it's off.
Do you want to turn it on?
No, like it's not turning.
Oh, dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
yeah, I'll give you this mic.
All right. All right, we'll go back, make sure that there's enough time. Okay. All right, question 9. What is the fake name Frodo Baggins uses while visiting the Prancing Pony in the Fellowship of the Ring? What is the nickname Frodo Baggins uses?
I wonder if he had like a fake ID or something.
Probably.
I wouldn't put it past him.
He was like, hey, I know I'm short, but I promise. All right, and question 10, last of the round. Which aquatic animal is known to be the loudest, creating natural sounds of up to 233 decibels? I would have thought this was my little toddler at 2 in the morning, but not quite.
Or cats in the middle of the night.
Or cats in the middle of the night. They're called purr people.
Catfish.
Oh.
Tuna fish.
I gotcha. All right. So submit those responses. And here's the discussion question, if you so desire. Beings from outer space have made contact with humanity. Whether that is good or bad is up to you. What unique skills do you bring to help with either communication or survival? Just something to think about. All right. Everyone's responses have been submitted. So far, we have Here We Grow with 6 total points. ABP, Cows and Books, 12 points. Purple Rabbit, 7. We Don't Know with 10. And Phones Home with 9. All right, so let's see those answers. All right, the Wisconsin Alumni Association was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That was where the first branch was. The auxiliary device is called a peripheral. That 1999 song was Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC. Aconcagua was in Argentina. Or is, I should say. The Time Machine was written by H.G. Wells. 1987 song was Oh, I Wanna Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. The Wisconsin sitcom, That 70s Show. That A technology is Active X. Frodo Baggins was Mr. Underhill. And the loudest animal is the sperm whale. All right, round 3 and the final round. If there happens to be a tiebreaker, there is a tiebreaker question, just so you know. How are we doing on time? Oh, plenty of time. Perfect. All right. Are we all scanned in? Ready to go? All right. 3, 2, 1. Question number 1, 1992 song. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battle me. That's a sin. This is also really hard not to sing as the lyrics. Mm-hmm. All right, question 2. What 19th century novel with the subtitle The Modern Prometheus started an entire genre of horror fiction and is also a precursor of a lot of science fiction? What 19th century novel? The Modern Prometheus. If it's Prometheus Jr., the modern Prometheus, that might not be right. Question number 3. How many bits would you have if you added 2 nibbles and 1 crumb? How many bits is 2 nibbles and a crumb? This is technology. IT and tech.
It sounds like a baking question, but it's not.
Ratatouille, his brother, Ramatouille, is a IT specialist.
I suppose it could be like a pirate's question because bits.
Yar, I'd be having 2 bits.
Maybe.
Ramatouille? Oh. Oh.
Ramatouille.
All right, question 4. What kind of plant was Flavor Saver, the first commercially grown genetically engineered food crop?
It would be really ironic if it was something that wasn't very flavorful.
It's true. This is genetically modified ice. Nope. That's true. Question 5. Which UW-Madison sport has the most NCAA national titles, with 7 total? And if needed, specify if this is a men's or women's team. Which UW sport? That might give it away. Mm-hmm. All right, question 6. What word is often abbreviated as FN on the keyboard? Can't forget the crumbs.
Don't you sometimes think that young kids don't really know what those keys are?
It's true.
Yeah, they don't understand what those are for. Yeah, it's not on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that icon for save is throwing a lot of kids off, I think.
Question 7. We've got another song. 1994. One day he goes and take a glimpse in the mirror, but he doesn't recognize his own face. It threw me through a loop that it was take instead of takes, but that's the lyric. So
Again, the date is messing me up.
Weird Al also did a cover of this song. There's a hint. Question 8. Which city sitting on the border of Dodge and Jefferson counties was the location of the first kindergarten class in the United States in 1856? What city in Wisconsin? First kindergarten class.
There's a lot of other things that the city's known for as
It's
well.
true. There's a lot that this
Yeah.
is known for.
I think it's the birthplace of the Republican Party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I believe that Harrison Ford went to college there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, lots of cool things. Question 9. What type of lens is a magnifying glass? I'm not looking for something like glass lens. What type? Specific type. Oh, question 10. Final question. Which Scottish novelist and playwright created the story of Peter Pan? What was that? Who was that? There was a movie starring Johnny Depp about this character. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember what the movie was called. All right, here's your final discussion question. As you submit your answers, The IT Crowd is a British TV sitcom about the misadventures of a team of IT support workers. In like manner, create your own TV show about IT. What is it called and what genre is it? I might make something called Business Unintelligence. True crime documentary. answers of part 3. The 1992 song was Jump Around by House of Pain. The horror fiction was Frankenstein. 2 nibbles and a crumb is 10 bits. Nibble is 4 bits and a crumb is 2. Flavor Saver was a tomato. That UW sport was women's hockey. The FN button is function. 1994 song was Waterfalls by TLC. That first U.S. kindergarten class was in Waterton, Wisconsin. Magnifying glass is a convex lens. And that Scottish playwright was J.M. or James Barrie. So a drum roll. Oh, I forgot to insert the team. Anyways, Cows and Books with 18 points. So we have Here We Grow with 11. Here We Go Grow with 11. Cows and Books with 18. Purple Rabbit with 12. We Don't Know with 16. And Phones Home with 15. So congratulations, Cows and Books. Come on down.
There's actual in-person prizes.
You get a award. Here you go.
This is wonderful, thank you.
Have it.
Oh, thank you. I'll grab that
You
one.
are trivia champions.
Thank you.
And that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for participating.
Yes, there was
our
one online team.
in-person and remote players, and we'll hope to see you next year
Yeah,
for the
we
exact same thing.
Thanks, everyone. And there's the social that's down on the terrace. So enjoy.